Hello TV fans and welcome to Lost in the Reel. Today I'm going to be covering Hulu's new comedy series Reboot from the co-creator of Modern Family. Is this show a miraculous comeback for the sitcom, or does it waste its extremely talented ensemble cast? Let's talk about it. Reboot is created by Stephen Levitan. It stars Keegan Michael Key, Judy Greer, Johnny Knoxville, Rachel Bloom, Calum and Paul Reiser. Reboot follows an early 2000s family sitcom that Hulu decides to reboot, and the dysfunctional cast that struggle to deal with their unresolved issues in today's fast-changing world. If you have felt like there has been a dry spell of solid, legitimately funny comedies in recent years, you are not alone. In a time when everyone is so easily offended and eager to cancel a performer or an entire production for one bad joke or misstep, the state of comedy as we once knew it seems all but dead. Take what the great Steve Carell recently said about The Office, a show that has only been off the air for a decade. That it would be impossible to make now because people would be outraged by its brand of humor. It's sad to me that people are so afraid to offend anyone and everyone that we have forgotten that's what comedy is all about in the first place. Making light of the absurdity of society and the human race. So, count me blown away and feeling truly refreshed by Hulu's new sitcom about the making of a sitcom, Reboot. This is a show that is fearless with its jokes and takes joy in not only making fun of itself, but the entertainment industry as a whole. The series is created by Stephen Levitan, who is responsible for arguably one of the last great sitcoms in recent years, Modern Family. And you can see the influence of that show in this one right from the outset. From the timing of each joke, to the framing of each scene, and the way the camera is used for even greater comedic effect. But Levitan is not restrained by the chokehold of the network censors with Reboot, and he and his writers take full advantage of that. With expletives flying and jokes about Tony Danza's Johnson and scissoring in full force, there will surely be people that are offended by this show. And that's okay, because those people are made fun of in Reboot as well. This is equal opportunity roasting. No one is safe, and that is exactly how comedy should be. As long as it's all done in a good-natured and respectful way, which it is here. What I love so much about the humor in this show is how far-reaching its range is. From the more crass, low-hanging fruit type gags, to broad and physical comedy, all the way to the satirical and meta jokes. Just the fact that Levitan has made a show on Hulu about the making of a show on Hulu that pokes fun at the streaming platforms and lambasts the Walt Disney Company shows just how brilliant and ballsy his Reboot is. The many scenes that take place in the writer's room, just like in the similarly ingenious 30 Rock, have some of the best and funniest moments of the series. I love the idea of having two different generations coming together to share their perspectives and mine comedy gold out of that. No matter what the scene is though, whether that be in the writer's room or not, this series is relentlessly laugh out loud hilarious. The jokes can all be written to perfection, but it takes a truly talented performer to pull these types of jokes off. And Reboot is full of them. The ensemble from top to bottom represents truly inspired casting, starting with the effortlessly funny Keegan Michael Key. The actor has unfortunately been a part of some real misfires in his post-Key and Peele days, like The Pentaveret, The Bubble, and Friends from College, all Netflix titles, which makes me think he should stay far away from Reed Hastings and stick with the people at Hulu or Apple TV+. His Schmigadoon is also a winner, because this is the best I have seen him since he was side by side with Jordan Peele. It is also a huge pleasure to get to see the horribly underrated Judy Greer flex her excellent comedic chops, and Johnny Knoxville is also wonderfully charming, even though he is playing the same character he always does. But for me, the real standouts of the show are Rachel Bloom and Paul Reiser, who seem as if they have been working together on the screen for ages. Their banter with one another is electric, and they both prove to be the soul of Reboot. The two Emmy nominees are surely looking at more nominations in the near future for their work here. What puts Reboot on the short list of the best comedy shows for me, though, is that beyond all of the jokes, it has such a big heart. From a fractured father-daughter relationship, to a journey of sobriety and making amends, a difficult coming out, an aging actor struggling to find their purpose amidst a sea of young overachievers, and a love that has endured for 15 long years. This show has so much more substance than what I was expecting. And because I felt emotionally connected to this series and its characters, its comedy was able to make even more of an impact. I struggled throughout these 8 episodes to find any flaw with Reboot. I was enjoying my time so much that honestly nothing negative came to mind while I was watching. But after a day of reflection, I came up with one. That is minuscule, but hopefully something that they will be able to fix in subsequent seasons. I feel a little let down with the direction they went with the former child star Zach, played by Calum. With a show full of biting social commentary, there is so much the writers could have said about fame at a young age and what it can do to a person. But they haven't really done anything with Zach besides turn him into a one-joke character about all of the pun-filled movies he's made, and given him a little fling with a Hulu junior executive. In a show full of wonderful characters, he is sadly the one weak link. Despite that one small issue, there is no denying that Reboot is a huge accomplishment for all involved. Not only has this series single-handedly reinvigorated my belief in the future of sitcoms, but it is also, without a doubt, the best new comedy series of the year. So I will be giving Reboot 4.5 magic mushrooms out of 5. Hulu's new sitcom is truly firing on all cylinders. Full of fearless laugh-out-loud comedy, intelligent and thoughtful commentary, heartfelt moments, lovable characters, and rounded out with one of the best ensembles in recent years. Reboot is destined to redefine what TV comedies can be in this modern era. Thank you so much for watching Lost in the Reel. What are your thoughts on Reboot? Who is your favorite character in the show? And what recent comedy series have you fallen in love with? Sound off in the comment section down below. And until next time, my friends, take care.